life could get messy and unpredictable. But here's the truth. Here's the truth. You are stronger than the storm. Every moment of hardship builds character. Remember that. You are stronger than the storm. Every moment of that storm builds character, wisdom, and depth. And we just got to keep that in mind. You know, you're not alone on this journey. There's so many people that are facing storms and probably don't even realize it. And I always say sometimes, why me? But then I say, why not me? Why not me? Why am I exempt? Why am I not exempt? But look, let's face it together. One storm at a time. So this is what I want you to do. If this message resonates with you, I want you to hit the like button, share this video with someone who may need it, and don't forget, subscribe to Authentically TJB. And just so you know, authentically, the spell check won't spell check, so the T is missing. But hey, when you're on this channel now, you can hit the subscribe button. But until next time, this is what I want you to do. I want you to stay strong, and I want you to know that this storm, like every other storm, will pass, and you're not in this alone. You can endure, and you can get through it, and you will get through it. Storms are not here to take us down, only if we let it. And you know what? We're not going to let it. We're not going to let that ugly old storm take us down. So again, I'd like to thank those who have subscribed to my channel. I'd like to thank those who are going to subscribe to my channel. And look, I'm here with you. Let's weather this storm together. You don't have to do it alone. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. And with that being said, let the sun shine bright. And remember, there are brighter days ahead. And with that being said, make it a wonderful Sunday. So here are some steps that I'm going to take, to weather the storm. And these are practical steps. When life storms come pouring down on us like that heavy rain, we could take shelter, surround ourselves with people that will uplift us. Remind yourself, as I will remind myself, of past victories. Like I know sometimes my best friend and I, like when we're having a time, just reminiscing about things that we used to do and the fun that we used to have, and that brings so much joy, and it makes me laugh, and keep hope alive. How do we do that? Well, we got to visualize brighter days. Like there's gonna be brighter days ahead, and we just got to take small steps toward them. Remember this, as they always say, storms don't last forever. It's about enduring it, learning, and growing through them. Storms do not last forever. It don't last forever. For me, what gets me through these storms are my grandkids. I'm watching my grandson out there playing. My family, my friends, faith. I know that God's not going to put no more on me than I can bear, and then just my self-belief that everything happens for a reason, and I know that this too shall pass. And I just believe that the storm is a reminder for me to lean on something greater than myself. So this storm is something for you to believe, to lean on greater than yourselves. Whether it's prayer, meditation, or the encouragement of loved ones. There's power not in it alone. We're not facing it alone. We have to keep that in mind. We are not facing the storm alone. So first, let's talk about storms themselves. And these aren't just obstacles. They're moments that test our strength and reveal our resilience. Have you ever felt overwhelmed? I know I have. Wondering how I'm going to make it through. How's this bill going to get paid? When I was a single mom, sometimes how are my kids going to eat? But you're not alone. Many of us, we have walked through these valleys, questioning the purpose behind the pain. Is it okay to feel that way? Acknowledge it, But don't let it define you. We gotta acknowledge it, but we can't let it define us, because there's always going to be a storm, and that storm is always going to be raging. And like I said, as I sit out here now on my terrace, and I'm looking at the skies, it looks like there's going to be a storm. Hey everyone, it's your girl Tanya. Welcome to my channel, Authentically TJB. I'm sitting out here on the terrace, soaking up some of this melanin and enjoying. And so excuse the noise outside, but there's kids out there playing. But today I want to dive into a topic talking about when the storms of life are raging. And I know that resonates within all of us. Life, like the weather, it can sometimes get unpredictable. Storms, whether emotional, financial, or even personal, can leave us feeling helpless, isolated and unsure about, where we're going to turn, who could we turn to. But just like the skies eventually clear, there's hope even in the darkest of moments.